rebound, and we'll be doing it in the panel section. As I call the masters, I like to call them masters because they have, a certain level of mastery in this profession. So I'm going to be calling them up, and as I call them up, we'll just give them a round of applause. Is that fine? Is that fine? We already have Mr. Kola. Mr. Kola is with us. Mr. Kola, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello, everyone.
Thank you. A round of applause. Let's welcome Mr. Kola. He's with us. I like to call him Egbon Kola. I like to call him Egbon Kola. Totally Egbon. Totally. So very quickly, I'll be inviting Mr. Charles, Mr. Ifeanyi Chris Oputa. He is the CEO and founder of Studio 24. Do you know Studio 24? A round of applause for him, please, as he joins us on the panel. Thank you very much. So I'll be having Mr. Korede Olabanji. I know that you guys have been hearing the very popular photo Nimi. So he is Mr. Korede Olabanji photo Nimi. Please, where's the other mic? Thank you. You can have your seat. Thank you. I don't know if a.k.a. will be joining us online, I guess. I think he's not on seat currently. He'll be joining us online. And Mr. Kelechi is not here currently, but I think he'll be joining us online. But that aside, we can have a wonderful conversation, right? Are we ready for that? Okay, great. So I didn't want to read out their biography because I want them to take us through the journey, right? Themselves. So they have their experiences, they have their story to tell. To Mr. Korede, please take us through the journey of you finding yourself in the photography space.
Thank you. Kola, I appreciate you. It's Studio 24, the first time I see you. Thank you, sir. You're doing well. All right.
You sure he's doing well?
Yeah. Okay, so next month, November, is 20 years in this business.
Wow.
Well, I'm a fellow chartered accountant. Then I started as a hobby while working. When I started making my salary from photography, then I said I had to leave the employment. And behold, I was in an oil industry, upstream. So I was doing well. All right. But for me, it started as a hobby. Then because that oil company was a private business. My name is Fotonimi. Many people know me as Fotonimi, not Korede. And I love it. I prefer my business name to be known and call me by that name than for you to know my first name. Why? I want it to outlive my presence in this world. All right. Fotonimi, well, I've seen so many people copy something Nimi. But for me, it's different. My daughter is Oluwalo Nimi. And I came into photography a year after we gave birth to her. She's 21 next month. So, and you see, it's interesting. November. I didn't plan, I just realized that. So I started, but see, Mr. Olayiwola, there's a slide of yours. It describes the whole being of me. So when you were saying character, excellence, people that know me, those are the things they speak of me. So there's a particular slide that defines who I am. And I can tell you, it's not necessary for me to go backwards, but I will tell you what must move you forward, which is encapsulated in your delivery. And that is character. And that is excellence. See, Nigeria, this is the best country I know any creative can prosper in, regardless of COVID or not COVID. Nigerian customers, they will pick you if they loved you and put you on their head and hawk you. That is my story. Someone picked me when I left my office And 2 years after, from the blues, my client, from the blues, he said, in the morning, 6:30 a.m., God said I should take you to your dream. What do you want? And I asked for 25 million in 2009, and she gave it to me. But she told me, she said, you will return it anytime it's convenient for you. No bank charge, no nothing, not my mother, not my sister. I met her as a client. And she told me, she said, God woke her up and said, Photonimi has integrity. Help him. Integrity is what I think is something that is missing in your presentation, which should accompany excellence. And I returned this money in 2.5 years, fully. And she was, sorry, sir. And she was the one that told me, because I've been an event guy. He said, God said you ought to be making daily cash and not wait until you have events. And God said I should do a studio. And I made my studio up. The studio I have is the first one. I returned it 2.5 years. And let me tell you, she told me after I returned it, he said, Korede, you are not the first I helped, but you are the only one that returned my money. And she told me, she said, from today, whatever you want, except I didn't know, by the grace of God, I've enjoyed not less than 110 million naira at different times from this same person. Today, as I stand here, all the money that I need to pay from this 110 is just 1 million, which I will pay this month. Integrity, it's a must-have if you must excel in Nigeria. And your customers must be able to identify you or describe you in an excellent way. Then your future is about to start coming. I've said this to some people, but I must recognize Dr. Don. Dr. Don Barbas, thank you, sir. Kola just made a statement, and I'll go back to what you said. I'm one that don't believe I'm in competition with anyone, and I'm one that believes that everybody has their sphere of influence, and what is important is be excellent therein. When people call me for baby photography, I say I don't do baby photography because some persons have developed that space. So can you just go online and search for baby photographers? So because you cannot be everything everywhere, just pick one. It's a very big event, big space. All right, so during COVID, life of event was practically shut down all over the world. But God prepared me specially, so I didn't really feel it. But there's something I now saw, and I put it this way. I guess many people that didn't have family pictures before COVID, all of a sudden realized that, so if Jesus Christ had come during COVID, they wouldn't have pictures to show that this is my family. So as a result of COVID, many Nigerians picked interest in family photography. And so many studios, my studio, we were positively impacted. All right. But event was shut down for some time. And so I think it's peaking now. And it was during COVID that my studio got unusual relevance in that space. What is important is this: continuous and never-ending improvement. I think two people, the brand lady said it, you also mentioned it, but you didn't put it in that. There's this philosophy that Singapore followed that brought them from third world to first world. Continuous and never-ending improvement. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying. And if there's anything I also know, I have 2 cameras on my table in the office, best for reference now. When I bought those cameras, they were $5,000 each, body only. That is D4S and D4. Today, time had passed them. They are only made for reference. As time is coming, as we are getting age, and this photography industry is probably the most volatile industry I know in this world. Why? It responds directly to change in technology. So you cannot so love your camera forever. It's only a matter of time. You'll be out of relevance if you not upgrade that camera, if you will not upgrade your mind, and if you not upgrade your people. Right? So for any system to grow, it's not just photography. And let me also tell you this. We are what we think. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Many photographers believe, or we think like drivers, like informal people, because we operate in the low pyramid, on the lower side of the pyramid, as they say. So we already think we are not supposed to achieve some things. Meanwhile, we and the rich, we go to the same market. ShopRite, if we both enter there, they won't tell me because I'm a photographer, I should pay lower. If I want to buy a car, they won't give me rebate because I'm a photographer. If our children go to the same school, they won't give me reduced tuition because I'm a photographer. So we have to think as if this is a career we must survive on. And so there's a new way of pricing, if I must say that now. You know, dollar is the determinant of the world now. And so exchange rate has given us unusual exposure, which does not make sense to our Naira account balance. So there's a way, which is a new technique. Before you price, can you first slide into dollar region, then convert back to Naira? Because you know in Nigeria, you're not supposed to bill in dollars. So let them still have that Naira face, but knowing that you are going to dollar market to equip your studio, to equip your gear. Even if they sold cameras in Naira in Naira, I hope you know it was converted from dollar. And today, I can say to you, a good camera, which is mirrorless, I use Nikon. Z6 with few lenses and all of that, it's about $4,500. Now, that is a chicken feed when you're in US. But in Naira, that's about 3.5 million. I hope you know. So, to go back to your question, every challenge that comes against man is an opportunity to rise and be better than where you were. But if you never prepared for the challenge will consume you. And that is why, and this is the characteristics of the industry we are, always be alert, always be ready to learn, and always respond to change in a positive way, which is the last point of the 4 components you mentioned. And I think I should stop because of our
Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause for him. Thank you very much, sir.